go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shedeur.
Right, it's about to get
Dion already doing that.
We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's
When you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me.
Get off of me.
Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the 30,000?
Now?
In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
Use up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undisputed. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
he's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's first.
Somebody go rebound.
This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they played the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what? Big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Boy. What's up, y'all? Your boy back. They had your boy horizontal on that table for a couple of minutes there. Had that good nap. Thanks to all the good people out there wishing me well, saying, hey, man, I'm glad you back from that damn surgery. Had right hip surgery, total hip replacement. That means you officially are old or you put some work in, balling out of control. Yes, I would scare y'all. Maybe next stream, y'all tell me if y'all want to see what they took out of me, because it was nasty. It was crazy. They went up in there and grabbed that damn hip ball, whatever the hell they call it, the hip joint, that ball. Ooh-wee, it was messed up. A lot of corners, a lot of bend, a lot of turns, a lot of twerking on that damn hip. And you know what that was? To just get those quarterback sacks, to get that dough, to get those dubs. So love to you guys. Thanks for all the well wishes. I am good. I was fighting a cold before I went in there, so My voice just been gone just because I've been coaching and losing championships. And then more importantly, had that cold. Then I went up in there, hip surgery, fine. I can stand up damn near now. I'm not testing it. I'm not trying to play on Sunday. So I'm taking my time, but I am in a good place. I was in a lot of pain. I was starting to shrimp up. I was starting to turn into that guy that doesn't want to do as many things as you should do, as you desire, because of the pain. And when that happens, you're no longer living at the same quality of life. So I'm looking at my kids, especially my son. He's 10 years old. I always wanted to race him, my 10-year-old self versus his 10-year-old self. But at 51, I couldn't even jog with him. So it was getting out of control. Got the right one done. All good. Now they're saying that the left one, it's narrowing, as they say. I may need it. I may need that one. We'll see. I'm not going to that place yet. Right now, I'm just happy that I'm in a good spot. I'm in a great spot. Now, let's have some fun on this show right now. Let's start off with some college football, because some of these teams, hey, this is what I hate about PC culture. What I hate about PC culture is that they put your feelings in front of the facts. Now, look. I understand that we all got to have empathy. We all got to have sympathy. We all got to have respect for each other. Yeah. But some things need to be objectified, right? So you talking about me right now? Look, it don't matter how I feel. The doctor said 2 to 6 weeks. You got a rehab. It's going to be 2 to 6 weeks. In 2 weeks, you're going to hit a threshold. You'll be like, oh, this feels really good, even though I feel all right now. In 6 weeks, he said you're going to feel like you're normal or better than you ever been. That's the game plan. But that's objective, right? And then you got some wiggle room in there. Well, what happens in the state of college football right now is that we're not being objective no more. We actually are going to care about some things we shouldn't care about. So this whole Group 5 stuff and these teams that we know ain't that good, we need to stop playing, right? We need to just stop playing. So before we get into what happened this weekend, if you guys, some people were out there, literally some people would text me, was like, oh, man, ain't no football until the championship game. I was like, no, they got to build up to the championship game, dog. So they going to build up every single week. So the new bowl season happens right now, like in December, right now. So good games, not just Tostitos, whatever the hell they be having, them little Chick-fil-A's and all them bowls that be random. Nah, it's real now. They got the big boys out there. So all the big boys were there. At least 10 of them were there. 2 of them weren't. Let's talk about it.
Okay, no, they should not be in. I don't need any given Sunday in the playoff as well. I could do any given Sunday in a regular season game. Great. The G5 teams nowadays are different than the G5 teams of 10 years ago.
Back in Hawks Day, yeah.
The best kids.
That's a compliment.
The top 2 or 3 players, 4 players at G5 are on G5 programs 10 years ago. They were there more often than not. And then they took the leap to the NFL. The best 4 or 5 kids at the G5 schools now, they're gone. And they're all playing in the Power 4 conferences, into the Big Ten and into the SEC, because they're getting paid to go up because they've proven that they are a quality player at that level. And so those G5 teams that maybe had those 3 or 4 that can make them a Cinderella and hang, those kids don't play for those programs anymore.
I mean, look, I think
they are gone. Blah, blah, blah. I wasn't even a G5 school player. I went to Columbia, Ivy League. We ain't in no G5. What's after G? H? We the H1? Point being, dog, I hate when they do this because we all knew it was going to happen. We all knew that those G5 teams didn't have a chance. And then they went out there and improved us all right. All the stereotypes came true. If you look at what happened, I mean, the games weren't even fair to the opponents. Let's talk through it. Let's get through this, because if you got to play a G5 team, you can't lie to yourself and say that they're good enough. But you got to. You got to fake the funk and go out there and put it on them, right? I mean, smash their ass. And we saw them go out there and do just that. So let's talk about these games right here, because James Madison played Oregon, and that's one of the G5s. We know Oregon advanced. Then we saw Alabama go against Oklahoma. Alabama, tough game, though. Advanced. We're going to talk a little bit in depth about it after we just get to the overview. Tulane played Ole Miss. Tulane, what you doing here? Okay, Ole Miss goes by. Miami A&M. Woo, what a dog fight. We talking about a defensive battle. They get there. Now, let's talk through this. So first things first, we saw Alabama, they beat Oklahoma. Now, Alabama was down 17 at first, and then they come out in that game. They finally finished 34-24. If you didn't watch that game, you guys missed something great because you saw it first because Alabama been through it. Remember their slow start to this year? Coach is going to get fired. Then all of a sudden, they rally off a bunch of wins, and now coaches demand, but now coaches whispered to be at Michigan and all that conversation. Well, they handle business. So for 1 week, we know that you can't talk bad about Alabama football and the head coach. Now, what happened after that? We saw another game. This game, Miami versus A&M, 10-3. I know people love defensive battles. I don't, and I'm a defender. Like, I hate a game where people ain't scoring, even though I know I got paid to make sure they didn't score. But when I was watching this game, it was 3-0 at the end of the third quarter. I was like, oh, no. This is all them athletes out there, all them dudes with their braids, all these dudes out there with their golds, all these dudes out there with their chains. I'm like, none of y'all got points? Oh, it was crazy. It was slugfest, right? You saw it go down, and everybody's whispering to themselves, man, Miami, should they be here? Should they really be here? Notre Dame over there, should they be here? And then they finally rally. Obviously, they have a big turnover in the fourth quarter, rally back from that turnover, and they beat A&M, which is an insane place to play. We're going to do a topic on that, how hard it is to play in A&M, and Nick Saban kind of saying, yeah, because y'all pump all this fake noise in there, et cetera. But that game went down to the wire. Finally, Miami wins 10-3, and Michael Irvin kisses coach, and it looked weird. Okay, let's get into this. Tulane, Ole Miss. This is one of them. Okay, they put the article, Ole Miss stumps Tulane. We know it. They scored on the first drive. I think it took 3 plays. It was like 40 seconds, and it was already 7-0. It literally was me with my new hip playing against my son. It was crazy. It's crazy. You can't put them on the same field because football has too many moving parts. So you think you got 1 5-star, you got 3 5-stars, you got how many 5-stars you got if you are sitting there and you're at Ole Miss? But then Tulane is like, maybe we have 1. Good for you. Maybe you have 2. Good for you. But then the problem is not what you got at the ceiling, it's what you got at the floor. And then you're going to have some dudes that not only walked on at Tulane, but are like 1 or 2 stars at Tulane. They don't even qualify to walk on at Ole Miss. They would be on intramurals flag football at Ole Miss. And they out there trying to play. Ugly. I'm with all this whole like level and everybody get their chance, but get your chance in the lane you supposed to get your chance. Ain't no way you supposed to, what, you gonna grab a D3 champion? The D3 champions get to play the D1 champions, and let's see who's really the best in college football. Like, stop it. And the last one is Oregon, another beatdown. This one was the worst. I watched this game from beginning to end and was sick to my stomach. Because 1, they scored in the first drive, right? Then they were up, 28 donut at halftime? It was just ugly. And then they literally had to play 2, almost 3 games because they were beating them so bad they put on the mercy rule. You know, give up the joystick, homie. It's time's up, okay? 21 donut, give up the joysticks. That's how we played growing up in Nintendo. Now, they up 28 donut, and then they come out in the second half, and they just couldn't get it up. That's what she said. They just couldn't get it up. They like, and then you look, and James Madison actually started to catch up. Like, I don't know how close it got. It ended up getting as close as maybe 14, 17, like 2 possessions. And you're like, I know this ain't happening. And to me, it's like, you're not playing Oregon anymore. You're not playing the Ducks. You're playing a team that just came out in the same uniform. But the team that you were supposed to play, they already beat you down in the first half. But there are 2 halves. I know some people arguing about that. I'm like, they have tapped out. It's the mercy rule joysticks. And then they start closing the gap. I was like, I know Oregon ain't going to trick this off. And obviously they didn't trick it off. But to the point of what everybody is witnessing in college football, 12 real teams need to be out there. Simple as that. We need to have that. If we don't have that, we ain't got nothing. Okay? Simple as that. So I need to make sure that everybody understands. Next year going forward, and I heard it's already happening. I heard next year going forward, they're going to go to 16 teams, and I heard that they're going to get rid of this Group 5 stuff. No more welfare. If you sorry, you sorry. If you good if you good on a sorry level, you still sorry. Simple as that. I went to a small school. I get it. I don't think my teammates would have wanted to play against these guys, not at all. So All love to them for trying, but y'all got to stay down on y'all level. There's levels to this. I do not want to see another Tulane. I don't want to hear how many games they won. Ooh, they beat one team by 1 point that was actually a Power 4 team. Cares? Who cares? Move on from that. All right, cool. Now let's beat it up in the comments before we get to our next topic, which is these NFL standings. A lot of y'all want to see how, y'all got love for your boy. You're saying, how you feeling, Marcellus? You just had surgery. Well, I'm a football player. I don't know if you guys are, but a football player, once you have surgery on a Friday and it's Monday, it ain't no more you just had surgery. I've seen cats have surgery on Friday and they playing that weekend. I love surgery for the fact that you get that finality. Like, okay, now I'm getting fixed. Because I was going through rehab. I was going through everything. I was doing yoga, stretching, rehab, ice and stem. I'm doing everything. And I'm like, it ain't getting better. That's why you see a lot of people get fat over the years, right? Because they keep saying, no, I'm going to work out harder. No, I'm going to eat better. No, you're not. Like, you're going to try, but you got to understand, youth is wasted on the young. Like your power years are not in your 50s. You're not in your power years. You're in your selling years. You're in your years where you can still have some growth and you still can get better, but not to the degree you could at 20 and 30. Come on. So I started to wake up and realize, dog, as much as you trying, you just on the treadmill, running in place. So Big Usher is back, baby. Yes, Universal Trappers. You know, I'm feeling good, Sean Breezen, 2310. I love y'all. This is live. This is real. I'm feeling good. No lie. I love the nap. I love when you get in there. They hook you up to that IV. You see all those different ports that they got, and they put that mask on you, and they just talking to you, and you're like, yeah, you got your little Jerry curl cap on, like you're in car wash. You're like, yeah, you laying there, because you know something that's hurting is about to be gone for certain. It's got to go. And you laying there, and you're looking at the nurse. She cuter than you thought. Everything good. The doctor nice. Everybody great. You want something. You need something. Can't eat. Can't drink. But you want it. They all tending to you. You're like, yeah, it's worth my money. All that insurance money you paying, you loving the life. Shout out to my surgeon, Dr. Jason Snibby. He's my guy. We go to the same school. Our kids go to the same school. Just a homie, man. He came by yesterday to check on me. Did your surgeon come by and check on you? Nah. But all things said, man, it was great. You roll up in there, and you just tell them, give me the countdown. Let's go. 10, 9, 8. And I think I made it to 1. They told me I made it to 1. I don't remember. I had that Versed. If you know what Versed is, it takes that memory away. Point being, after that, you wake up, your wife is there, and here come the problems. Let me start. Your wife's like, hi, baby. How you feeling? I'm like, oh, what's up? I'm back. Then I start walking right then. It's outpatient. I literally grab the walker and start walking right then. Gangster. Love it too much. All right, y'all. So let's get into this topic right here. Let's beat it up. See what's crack-a-lacking over here in the NFL. We got to beat up their standards as well. Because a lot of y'all thinking y'all going to be sweet in these playoffs and y'all faking the funk. Okay, so we're going to go through it right now. Who's in the playoffs, who's not, and who's going to really do something when they get there. All right, so we see New England. Saw them last night. If you watched that damn Ravens game, oh, what is going on with Baltimore? What's going on with Lamar Jackson? Yo, back now? Like everything is – he was trying not to run. You can tell in the last few games he ain't been running the same. They don't get the ball to Derrick Henry. They don't trust him. When they do, he fumbles. Then they don't trust him again. Oh, but he still scores. They still don't give him the ball after he scores. I'm supposed to be talking about New England right here, but I was looking at that Baltimore team like, what are y'all doing? That Baltimore could have beat them last night, but they did not. So New England is now 12-3. Buffalo right there. All right, we could just forget about Miami and the Jets. We don't even care about them. All we're going to do is go through the records, who looks real, who looks fake, and then after that, we're going to get into that point differential because y'all know what it is. Pittsburgh, okay. Crazy enough, Pittsburgh going to be there. Want to know why? Everybody else is backpedaling in that division. Baltimore, as I just talked about, disappointing. Like, I don't think they can win it all this year anyway because they are just not functioning well. Like, they on different pages right now. I just don't get it. Lamar Jackson has now told himself, I'm going to be a pocket passer more than anything. You need to tell yourself you're going to use all of what you have to get all of what you want. That means run that damn ball. But I guess, you get your back hurt like you did yesterday running it. You may be right. Cincinnati, we don't even got to talk about, in Cleveland. Ugh. Only thing coming out of there is Shedeur and Coach Stefanski news. We talk about that extensively. We'll do that tomorrow. Since they keep losing, we can't keep leading with Shedeur Sanders conversations. His numbers don't support us talking about him, frankly. And the saga and the drama, I don't think it's much of nothing now. I think Stefanski is trying to work with the kid. I think he's trying to get better. And I think next year, Deshaun Watson's the starter just because he makes too much money. So, like, all this hoopla, we're doing too much. So let's put him back on the back burner right now. And he got to get better because right now it ain't it. They gave him a great opportunity last drive of the game to win it. And now it's a rookie. I get it. But sack. It's just drifting back in the pocket. Same old. Jacksonville. Woo! What's going on in Duval? Do y'all know? It looked different. I mean, it looked different. They went out, got Denver. Told Denver it ain't like Compton. Got Denver on the ropes, beat them 11-4. What a record. Houston Texans, sneaky, quiet. They have won 7 games in a row, more than Jacksonville. And everybody talking about Jacksonville. Everybody ain't talking about Houston. Better watch out for Houston. They got that defense and a quarterback that believes. Problems. Indy, holding on for dear life. Might as well go to the hospital I just came out of. 8-6, trying to find a quarterback situation, trying to get it all right. Lost 4 in a row, as we know. Tennessee, quiet as kept. Everybody always say, where are your Cam Ward videos? Even though I did a Cam Ward video and breakdown. Check out Film Session on the channel. I've done that. But everybody talking about Cam Ward. You want to know what's up with Cam Ward? You seen him in the last few games? Like 3 straight games with 2 or more touchdowns. Yards are up. I mean, they won 1 game. But the point being, they won yesterday, and then they won a few weeks ago. Them played themselves out of that number 1 pick. But the point is, Tennessee, not looking all right, but Cam Ward certainly starting to validate that number 1 overall pick. Okay, Denver. Saw them lose yesterday. Denver's not fool's gold at the same time. No team is unbeatable at the top. That's why this is going to be an interesting playoffs. We don't know what's cracking. So crazy up the top. Chargers, 11-4, 1-4 in a row. Hottest team in that division. Kind of crazy because now you can see the running game really supporting Justin Herbert, who keeps that offhand, keeps getting hurt, not hurt, I don't know. But he looks good enough where they're going to go into the playoffs with some expectations. Now, they've been there before in the playoffs with expectations. Don't bring up that Houston game last year and things fizzled out. But Harbaugh in his second year somewhere makes some noise. He did it in San Fran as well. Chiefs, buried, gone. So bad that even the backup quarterbacks are getting hurt now. We saw Gardner Minshew mania go down. He got the ACL just like Patrick Mahomes got it. And then the Raiders. The Raiders are in an interesting position because now they play in the game where they're 2-13, and they're playing against who else? The 2-13. Who else is 2-13? Who they playing? Oh, the Giants. Yeah, the Giants. And whoever wins that game loses, actually, because they lose the number 1 overall pick. So they got 2 more weeks to figure that out. Crazy. All right, let's get to this. NFC. I don't know who's going to win it. Let's talk through it. 10-5. Yuck. 10-5. And you're like, damn, that's good. And it's like, yuck. Because nobody believing in them. It seems like even on the team, they're not believing in themselves. They're on different pages. Point is, all right, you can fix this because they were like in this situation last year. Things were looking dire, reading books on the sideline, not talking to each other. Oh, you didn't come to my party, blah, blah, blah. Point is, they still win ball games, and they still are the Super Bowl champions. Put some respect on their name. Let's just see how far they can go. All right, Dallas out. Washington out, Giants out. And look, it's all bad all around there. Not much to say. I thought Dallas had a chance. They won 3 in a row, and then everybody got on the train. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon. Then they lost 3 in a row. Washington, yuck. Jaden Daniels been hurt all year, up and down, so that's just been bad. And the Giants, once they lost Scatterboo, say what you want. The dude he's motivation, right? He's ammunition. He's somebody you can use. He's somebody certainly could complement and balance out what you're going to get from Jackson Dart, who I still think is a franchise quarterback and is a beast. I think everyone believes that, but right now, this is going to be your struggle bus. So this may be Peyton Manning's first year, 3-13, and then the next year, Peyton Manning was 13-3. We'll see a definite improvement with the Giants and Jackson Dart if they can stay healthy. All right, here's a team, Chicago. Everybody like, God dang. What is going on? They are winning. You know, they've won six games where they've been down with 2 minutes left to go in the game. Yeah, they won 6. Something crazy like that. 1, 2 in a row. But you can't count them out. And with Caleb Williams, man, I'm just telling y'all, there's something about his mentality that y'all got to be real careful of doubting this dude. Because this dude been hearing it his whole life. Right? He wasn't the biggest, baddest at first in high school, and then he became the man. Then he goes in college, and then he goes and transfers from Oklahoma, and everybody talking trash about him. And USC ain't going to be this. And USC never got to the national championship level, but he was it. He was the dude living the good life out here. Penthouse apartment, NIL out the roof. And one thing about him, you know, painting the fingernails, being an R&B singer, acting like he, you know, Luther Vandross or Al Jarreau, whatever he be doing with them fingernails and just his lifestyle. Marvin Gaye acting ass, right? Whatever it is, he ain't stunting what you thinking. Yeah, interviews with Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, he done nixed 2 of them, they said. He done stood them up twice. The boy goes to the beat of his own drum is what I'm saying. And it looked like Chicago now because they got their coach, they going to the beat of their own drum. Be careful. Chicago might do something in these playoffs. Green Bay, sneaky because you got Jordan Love. Sneaky team. Micah Parsons definitely is going to hurt. They've lost 2 in a row. I don't think they're going to go far, but we'll see. Detroit, going backwards a little bit. Detroit can't master what they can do best, which is have a potent offense which is going to put up points and play that stingy defense. Right now it's a mixed bag right there, so they're not doing it. So be careful right here. I'm just going to say this once, and I'm not even going to say it loud. Dan Campbell, my former teammate in Dallas, shout out to him. He crazy. He the dude, though. Knows some ball and knows how to translate the message. Just let's make sure that message still getting translated out in Detroit because we're starting to go the wrong way. Just saying that once. Minnesota, it's been all over the place, but of late, you got to admit, even though J.J. McCarthy got hurt yesterday, you got to admit, looking a little better. Justin Jefferson, I mean, is he going to make the Pro Bowl? That sucks. He won't make the Pro Bowl because of his quarterback situation. 7-8, they won 3 in a row, but they're still out of it. Ain't nobody talking about them. All right, Carolina might backpedal to the finish line and win this division. Tampa Bay, even though we talk a lot more about them, they have lost 3 in a row. Not it. Okay? So now we got to go to Carolina winning this division. Atlanta, New Orleans. New Orleans been balling lately, won 3 in a row. Atlanta won 2 in a row. Too late. Simple as that, okay? So let's get out of that. So Carolina, Tampa, y'all going to have to fight for that slot. Then Seattle. Now we talking about the teams that could really win it. Look at this division. God dang. Seattle off the charts. We know out there doing Sam Darnold killing it, okay? The Rams doing great. Even though they lost last game, crazy second play, but they played each other, so love. San Francisco, no one saw this coming. No one thought they would be here. Everybody thought they were just getting rid of money and they too injured. You know, still here. And then Arizona, I don't know what kind of welfare they giving Arizona right now. Because Arizona's not doing what they supposed to be doing. And I like Kyler Murray way more than most people, but he out. And now they just going out there and they got Brisket. I call him Brisket, but Brisket. He looking thick. He out there going. Okay, so by the point differential, who's supposed to be it? As you see, the team's supposed to be simple. You're supposed to see New England and you're supposed to see Seattle. That's how it's supposed to be. Right now, if you're safe, you're going to Vegas, you're trying to make sure you put the safest bet down, you go Seattle, New England. Then you say Seattle going to win it all. Now, who in the hell thinks for real Seattle going to win it all? Who else the hell thinks New England going to win it all? Like, for real. It's crazy out here. I don't think any of those teams going to win it all. So we're in a weird position right now. Oh, I got one off. Pause. I got one off. We're in a weird position right now where who going to win it all? If I had to bet, just going straight up, like, all right, dog, for real, let me just go. Let me just bet. I'm thinking the Rams. Because I always believe that a team as a collective, that unit, the team that's going to the playoffs, has to take their lumps in the playoffs. And I don't think Seattle has, so I think the Rams have. You know, they still got Stafford and they won the Super Bowl. You got to take your lumps. And then on the other side, I think it's going to be Buffalo. I don't think it's New England. Crazy enough. I know Buffalo just beat them too. But New England getting the playoffs. New England could have lost last night. Lamar Jackson backiotomy didn't happen. So I'm not sure, dog. This is going to be a fun playoffs. This is not my favorite type of playoffs. I don't like it when it's a bunch of Davids out there. I like it when it's one Goliath and everybody trying to be the Goliath. I like it when it's one team like, damn, New England done won every single regular season game. I like that. You know, I don't like it when it's like, oh, well, he beat them and they beat them. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. All right, let's beat up in the comments, see what y'all talking about over here. Brandon Alexander said, crazy how people said Stefanski purposely ruining Shedeur. They trying to remain employed and employable. We close to reaching that point with Shedeur. No one can make excuses for him anymore. Yeah, Brandon, let's just keep it real. Shedeur is looking exactly like a fifth rounder. And people think you're a hater when you say it. I'm like, a fifth rounder is this guy. You know he can play. He shows you a little bit more bad than good, but he shows you some good. You're like, oh, some flashes, some brilliance. But most of the time, it's predictable. It ain't going to go well. If you look at Shedeur's complete stat line, come on, y'all. Matter of fact, let's do it. Let's do it right now. I just want to show y'all Shedeur Sanders' reference, his stats. Because people are just crazy. It's unreal. I got people texting me that don't even talk to me, don't even want to talk to me. And they be like, when he do one thing, they be like, I told you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And it'd be like he completed a pass. I'm like, what? You just text me because he completed a pass? He's like, boy, I tell you, what an offseason. Watch what's going to happen. Let me break this down for y'all real quick. Let's look at this, okay? This is Shedeur Sanders right here. Okay, this is Buffalo game yesterday. 20-29 is great. That's his best in terms of completion percentage. You got to give him love for that. But it's 157. That means, were those long handoffs or not? He didn't throw it farther than this room. He didn't throw it to the TV screen. But, okay, whatever. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Once again, we don't like that ratio, okay? But whatever. Longest is 26, okay? Got some yak, all right? All good. Look at that. The rate. This is when you know. That rate. 64.9. Yuck. Okay? 2 sacks, etc. All right, ran the ball pretty well, though, for 49. 64.9. I think league average is like mid-90s. 64, man, stop playing. Stop playing. That's fifth round. All right, 30. 30 was the game before. Yuck. 97, there you go. 93, okay, we average. Like your best is average. We good though? Maybe 87 and 13. 1, 2, 3, 4 games out of 6 are definitely below league average. Don't believe me? Let me hook you guys up. Let me show y'all. Let me take y'all through my stuff. I'm going to act like I'm DJ Academics. I'm going to take y'all through it on live like this. That's what you be doing. I be loving that too. I'll be like, oh, that's dope. All right, let's go through this. Watch this. We said it. What is his average? Shedeur's. We're going to see. He like in the 70s something, right? Let's go to the leaders. This is crazy. Okay? Passing leaders, NFL. Let's see what their ratings are. Okay, so Matthew Stafford's at the top 112. Jared Goff, Drake May, Josh Allen, okay, Lamar. These are all above 100. Shedeur never even reached 100. Okay, he got to 97. Jordan Love, Sam Darnold. So his best game was not even better than an average. Damn. All right, he's a rookie, y'all. But his best game ain't better than Jalen Hurts' average game. His best game ain't an average Daniel Jones game. His best game is not an average Dak. Now, y'all be killing Dak. But good Lord, your best game ain't even his average game? Aaron Rodgers, who y'all saying too old, ain't balling this year, even though he is. Your best game ain't his average. Shedeur's best game is not an average Mac Jones game yet. Okay, now we into the conversation of where does Shedeur land? Okay, so his average, I think, is like in the 70s. Ooh, we got to go down here. We down. Ooh, good Lord. Cam Ward. See, they don't even put him because he's underqualified. Cam Ward is 79.1. Okay? 79.1. Okay, let's go back. Give Shedeur his props, right? We got to give him his props. 79.1 is Cam Ward at the bottom. All right? We know who Shedeur is. Let's go. 79.1. Let's go. Ooh. Let's hope it's higher than that. Oh, God. Golly. What's that website that you avoid pop-ups? $1.99 or something. Send it to me, y'all. All right, his rate is, Jesus, 67.5. Okay, so listen to me, y'all. Cam Ward on his average day is that much better than Shedeur Sanders on his average day right now in the NFL. 67 to 79. You know how many quarterbacks would fall if they qualify between that? That's all I got to say. Okay? Not really a topic, just giving you guys some pure dope. Just letting you guys know how the game goes, okay? And it's real out here. It's always real out here, okay? So, yikes. All right, let's get into this topic. Let's change it up a little NBA. Now, y'all remember when LeBron James and the crew, whether it's Rich Paul, all the guys were trying to talk about an NBA expansion team. LeBron wanted to go to Vegas. Remember that? LeBron wants to talk about a European team and all that. Now, well, the reason why that got a lot of headwind and pushback is because of this. The NBA and the International Basketball Federation, FIBA, today announced that they will, in January, move forward in their joint exploration of a new professional pan-European men's basketball league by engaging prospective teams and ownership groups in the process to join the league. Okay, this is the stuff that's been going on behind the scenes, right? So part of the slandering of LeBron James, some people are saying, is coming from the fact that, oh, LeBron, you trying to do too much business. You trying to mess with the NBA's money, and that's where this goes. So in addition to permanent spots, the new league would offer every team in the FIBA-affiliated domestic league in Europe a merit-based pathway to qualify on an annual basis, either through FIBA's Basketball Champions League, boring, or end-of-season qualifying tournament. The league would also align its schedule with domestic league and national team schedules, allowing players to represent their club and national team year-round. As part of the new league, the NBA and FIBA would also plan to dedicate financial support and resources to the continued development of Europe's basketball ecosystem, including domestic leagues, club team academies, NBA, FIBA's existing programs to develop aspiring players and coaches and referees at all levels. NBA to engage prospective teams and ownership groups for new basketball league in Europe in partnership with FIBA. So that means anybody getting in the way of the NBA globalizing their game, let's just say you're an enemy of ours. And LeBron James is one of them that tried to do that, right? Simple as that. Him and his group, his partners, they tried to do that exploration process, and it got nixed. It got kind of like sideways. And some people are saying when you hear a lot of the bad LeBron talk, it's simply because people not feeling that LeBron tried to step into the business of the NBA. Now, y'all know how that can go. Y'all know how that could turn. It could go a lot of different directions. So just want to put that on your radar so when you hear some LeBron slander, or more importantly, you see the game continues to grow, you know where it's going, how it's happening. We try to educate on this show as well. Now, beat it up in the comments, see what y'all talking about. SD2 says, don't dog my squad like that. This is the Browns expansion team. Baltimore got the real Browns. We just got to keep the stats. You ain't lying. DQ Might 45 says they're just trying to destroy LeBron. I'm just telling y'all, look, if people think I'm on clutch payroll, I am not. I just call it like I see it. Dog, they be going at LeBron. You got ESPN and Stephen A. Smith going at LeBron just because of, I don't like him. I don't like him, and he doesn't like me either. I don't know what he likes. He doesn't talk to you like that. But the point is, I know you don't like him, and that's the biggest, baddest network out there, and if your lead dog and your biggest network don't like somebody, let's just say you ain't going to get the most positive of coverage. Then he tries to go and do the Las Vegas exploration or overseas, him and Maverick Carter, and then what happens? Pop, pop, pop. All this scandal starts popping up. Then they just talk crazy about him. That's all I'm saying. Just point it out. So when it happens, y'all know where it came from. Now, I don't know where this came from. Y'all know where this came from? Let's talk about this. This is crazy. DK Metcalf punching the fan.
Yeah, I'm just, I got word. Obviously, I'm not condoning, putting your hands on the fan or punching the fan, but he did call him a racial slur. He called him the N-word, and he did call his mama. And I think with those words being exchanged and the fans saying that, I think that's where the action, occurred, where he threw I think he threw a punch. I'm not sure if he connected or whatever, but he did call him the N-word, and he called his mama. I guess
The C word. Just say the C word.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's terrible.
Okay, my
word.
bad. Yeah, okay, but he did that. So he called him the N-word and the C word. That's a bad combination. Right. And it caused DK to react. I'm sure he would have to deal with some type of discipline. You know how the NFL is. No matter what's said, they want you to be able to control yourself in that situation. But I understand.
I agree. Because that's not. I think the guy was giving his side of it. He said all he did was call him by his government name, and I'm like, I'm sure a lot of people called him by. He's heard his government name called before.
Right.
I said that's a strong overreaction for someone to call you by your government name, and then you act like that. So I didn't put a whole lot of credence into that.
No.
I'm sure somebody that was close by would have heard what he said. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. I'm sure those fans, because at the end of the day, we're all Detroit Lions fans, but more times than not, when you're wrong, fans will normally come, whether it's a visitor or not.
Mm-hmm.
If fan gets out of line, fans normally can say, nah, that's not what was said.
All right, well, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about what was said, because actually you can hear from the horse's mouth in terms of what this fan said. So the exchange, Metcalf incident footage shows different side of Seahawks Stars fan exchange. We saw him just right now grab the guy by the hair, by the shirt, and then just give him some. So we got the footage that's out there. Okay. So following the punch, Metcalf stepped away from the scene while the incident sparked significant chatter on social media. The star player wasn't ejected for a straightforward reason. Nevertheless, many anticipate that the NFL will examine the incident to assess whether Metcalf's behavior merits discipline, with Jim Nantz swiftly forecasting his potential consequences. Yeah, we pretty much know something's going to happen. I don't know the level of discipline, but you got to get him. I can't. First of all, ain't nothing you going to say to me when I'm on the field that's going to make me walk off the field to you and punch you or grab you. It ain't that serious. I already know I'm winning. You spent your hard-earned money to watch me ball. Guess what? I am not giving that money back to you because you calling me something. You calling my mama something. I just don't understand how that's disrespectful. People always, I grew up when we were playing the dozens. Your mama, I'm like, man, that ain't getting me nowhere. You don't even know my mama. Oh, your mama fat. All right, she fat. Now my jokes are on you. Like, I'm looking at you head to toe. I'm getting on them shoes, right? What are those? Like, your mama. Like, how old are you when somebody say your mama and you gonna give up all that money? It's gonna be in the six figures if Goodell doing what Goodell does. So the newly released video reveals Metcalf approaching the barrier and seizing the fan's shirt. The pair then engaged in a brief verbal exchange before the star pushed the fan back from his face, prompting other spectators to yell, hey, what the funk was that all about, right? I get it. Let's go. We're not done. Following the viral moment, the fan was named as Ryan Kennedy from Pinckney, Michigan, as reported by the Detroit Free Press. In an interview with the publication, Kennedy claimed that, this is his side, what he said don't matter. That means he said it. Since the incident was captured on camera, although he ultimately provided his account of what transpired. So maybe he said it don't matter in the sense of like, look, nothing I should say to you should make you hit me or grab me. Like, because there's levels to this. If I'm thinking something crazy against you, you are within your rights to think something crazy back against me. When it's words, thoughts, words, the continuum, thoughts to words. If I got words for you, you got words for me. But then when they turn into actions, think about it. I'm over here thinking, I hate this fool. Then I actually say, I hate you, fool. What's up? And then I actually hit you. Who's in the wrong? The one who escalated it, the one who took it to the next level. So if you stay on the same level, thoughts, go ahead. We don't even know we beefing. Words, actions. Come on, man. This is elementary. And this is what he said. He said, what? My full name isn't DeKalin Zacharias Metcalf, he revealed to the Detroit Free Press. He doesn't like his government name. I called him that. And then he grabbed me and ripped my shirt. I'm a little shocked. Like everyone's talking to me. I'm a little rattled, but I just want the Lions to win, baby. Y'all believe he just called him his government name? I don't know. So far, it doesn't sound like a lie, but it doesn't sound like the truth. Like, look, if I know you don't like your name, like I know this, I've had a family member fall out with me because I called them by their real name. Fell out. Mad. Why you disrespecting me? I was like, because that's your name. What do you mean? You know I like to be called. Okay, I know what you like to be called. But in this moment, this your real name. People trip over that. So it also emerged that Kennedy wasn't ejected from the match and that team reps addressed the situation with him. The league issued a statement noting that without a flag being thrown during the play, the NFL couldn't comment on a potential disqualification. You got to throw a flag on the play on the outside of the damn field? What? Okay, so the video, fresh video footage that surfaced on social media shot from a side perspective in the stands seemed to capture Metcalf seizing the T-shirt from the supporter's grasp. He then aggressively thrust his fist upward as he released the garment in the scene caught by CBS. Just say he hit him or grabbed his ass, all that talk. It remained unclear why Metcalf confronted the supporter. Not so unclear. We're starting to piece this together. So here's what they said on the sidelines. Well, I wasn't watching it, and he came over because the fan in the stands was holding a number 4 Pittsburgh jersey. He went over, and the fan said something to him. Obviously, Metcalf did not like what he said, and you saw the swipe there. No Steelers came over to him and mentioned anything. We'll see if the league takes action, guys. Okay, here's the craziest thing. When your teammates, like if somebody woofing at you, somebody else hearing it. So when somebody else is hearing it, they take notice and acknowledge it like you do. But it's making you agitated. It's irritating you. It's triggering you. So you now walk over there. But if somebody else heard it, and I'm assuming somebody else heard it, I mean, that's the safest assumption in the world. Why didn't somebody else walk over there with you? Maybe because what they heard wasn't bothersome. Maybe what they heard was like meaningless. What they heard was nothing. What they heard was G-rated. They're like, oh, this fool. That's another fan. But what triggered you, I told you I should be a lawyer. If I'm a lawyer for the fan, I say this. I can tell you that he said nothing derogatory. He didn't say anything of a pejorative. You want to know why? He said it to a sideline full of Steeler players, black players. And none of them came over there. You want to know why? Because none of them were triggered. You want to know why they weren't triggered? Because he didn't say the N-word. You know what he said? His name. And he doesn't like his name. Bam, that's kind of deep. I hope it ain't that. Then he goes over there and just, I told you not to say that. Whoa, these boys be getting paid too much if they act like that. I don't know. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. What you think of that situation, because I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's get back to college football. We got to do a little bit more on how crazy the state of affairs are, because y'all know that the transfer portal, y'all know it's early signing day, all this kind of stuff. And y'all got some kids out there, some itty-bitties, so we don't know how it's going to go for your itty-bitties. They may be in this situation right here, but look how crazy it is. Check this out.
The portal opens on the 2nd. I know everybody's working all these deals. We don't do that. So, there'll be some of the best players out there. They'll go in the portal, and 10 minutes later, I'm committed somewhere. That ain't how we operate here. We're gonna do it right. And we're not gonna cut deals with people and all that stuff. I don't care what other people do. We'll see who's in there. We'll get rolling that weekend. Everybody have a couple days to just kind of recalibrate, reset, refocus on what we got to do. Obviously, the new year, and then we'll be right back in here that weekend, and be a big staff meeting, and we move in the mid-years on the 4th, and then we've got that whole week of trying to. Obviously, we got to fill some spots on our roster, and visits and all that. Plus, we'll be out on the road recruiting. So we've got the 27 class. We've got portal stuff we got to deal with, just like everybody else. We'll have our banquet. There's a lot going on. Yeah,
there's a lot going on, and he ain't trying to play the game, which is wild, because how you going to keep up if you don't want to play the game, right? Even Coach JB talking about it. So wait a minute. Tulane has a coach who can't wait to get to Florida, his new job. That's why they got beat down probably 1 foot out. Ole Miss head coach left 3 weeks ago. And James Madison's guy can't wait to get to UCLA. Foot out, got beat down. Meanwhile, A&M offensive coordinator had his mind in Manhattan, Kansas. And the portal opens and early signing period already happened while Michigan has no coach. Got it. NCAA football, you are a funking joke. This is what they putting your kids through. Y'all think about all this Wild Wild West, and y'all like, what's going on? And then the kids, they on the brunt end of it all too. They doing stuff like this. South Carolina, y'all know who he is, quarterback Aaron Nolan. Aaron Nolan plans to enter the NCAA transfer portal. Nolan is a former Ohio State transfer. Boy, you want to hear about this? It's crazy. My man going everywhere to get it done. Everywhere. Which is crazy because of all the situations. Peep this. He's planning to transfer again, and the people saying they don't even think he's going to stay there. One season apiece at 2 programs, and redshirt at Ohio State, and now South Carolina. Went to South Carolina knowing that Sellers was there. Just giving you a forewarning. If your kids are going through this process, everywhere you go, there you are. You can't run, you can't hide. These kids are chasing, I don't know what they chasing. They chasing opportunity, I get it, but you got to fight for opportunity. It ain't going to come easy. Like some situations, it's obvious. Like you behind somebody, he the dude, he going to be the dude. But any other situation, you got to weigh out. I understand the money's real. The money, but also what can I do in this situation? We have long lost how the whole networking used to affect how you made your decision. Like what team am I going to? What college? What city is it in? What can they do for me post-football? Nah. Cats are thinking right now, right here, right now. And that's the problem. So I just want to give you guys a fair warning. Make sure don't let your kid just do all that chasing because they're going to end up going nowhere on that treadmill. Let's beat it up in the comments. People talking about, people talking about, don't dog them out like that. Mama don't know. Mama's running around. What you say, Trilla? Mama's running around, don't know which way to go. Look, y'all need some guidance. I am here for you. Tell them kids to stay still and go get it. Everything you want out there is already in here. Now let's go get it. All right, well, Barkley, Jordan, have you ever heard why they really fell out? Yeah, you heard it in detail? Let's hear it.
About Michael, I said, Michael, I don't think he's ever going to be successful. I think the people around him, they're not good talent evaluators, and you need better people around you, and he's not been successful as a GM. And first of all, those out here just spewing facts.
Yeah.
And I remember he called me that night and he went ballistic on me, telling me, hey, you're supposed to be my best friend and you're going to do that bullshit, blah, 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 blah. I said, man, I got to do my job. And I said, you haven't done a good job as a general manager. And that's my job to do, to be honest. I said, how can I criticize other people and give you a pass? I said, when other guys that make bad draft picks, I call them on it too. And he just cursed me out up and down, and we have not spoken since that night. And it was a very difficult thing for me because the guy was like really like my best friend at the time. But, you know, Tom, listen, man, there's nobody who ever been on came to me and said they thought I took personal shots at them. Guys, players have called me, coaches have called me, and I have explained exactly why I said what I said. And let me tell you what really bothers me the most about this whole thing, Tom. These assholes never call me when I say good shit. Yeah. See, that's the only thing I hate.
Yeah.
That's the like these guys never call me when I give them a positive compliment. Now I can count the times I've said negative things about certain players, but players never call me and say, "Hey man, I really appreciate you telling everybody what a great player I am, what a great person, blah blah blah." Nobody ever does that.
Blah blah blah. Woo! He went there, and that whole Jordan Barkley feud, I think it's been well documented. It's interesting to hear that even your best friend, you holding to a standard that they can't be professional and still be your best friend. Because saying something about what you're doing is not saying exactly who you are. Like, you got to separate the idea of what I'm talking about from your identity if you Michael Jordan. Simple as that. Like, good riddance if you the type of friend that, oh, you don't like what I'm doing? I'm like, I love you. I don't like what you're doing. I don't agree with everything you do. Are you kidding me? What kind of friendship is this? Like, we in the 5th grade? What are you talking about? No. So good riddance, even though Barkley didn't raise his hand to lose his best friend, if Michael Jordan gonna be the guy, be like, dog, if you ain't saying nothing good about me, then what you talking about? That's not friendship. Friendship tell you got a booger. Friendship tell you got something in your eye. Friendship tell you, I don't know about her. But then friendships get tested when you say those same things, right? So that just tells me what our friendship is. Like, the definition of our friendship is not us saying we're best friends. Is what can we endure together and survive and thrive through. Then we gonna know if we best friends. Because I know, being in the industry, being in the business, same thing with me. 2 things. Why I never talk to these cats when they be like, oh, Wiley, call me up. Or I hit you on the line. I'm like, dog, you ain't never hit me ever. Ever. And then you ain't never hit me to say anything good. Like when my son was born, or when my other kids were born, or when I got married, or when I got a promotion, or when I went to another job. None of that. But then all of a sudden I say, man, this dude is costing his team by the way he's playing. Hey, Wiley. No. My phone don't answer. It doesn't. And then everybody always want to do that one-on-one. Hey, we need to sit down and talk about this like men. I don't have a problem with you. How am I going to come to your conversation and it's already loaded that you got a problem with me? I ain't got a problem with you. I just said what I said. It's not about you. It's about it. And I think there's too many insecure cats walking around here right now making everything about them when it's about it. And if you want to make it, you want to make your it you, do it. It ain't going to bother me, but I'm looking at you crazy like, is everything okay? Are you all right? Because it makes no sense. It really doesn't make any sense. Like, y'all could have still been homies. Like, dog, we know you wasn't doing the best job as an owner, but at the same time, you were making your money. So all you do is call your boy up and be like, dog, man, I heard what you said about me. Ain't no lies told. You know the first person to acknowledge the real is the person who's really going through it. Just like I tell you, an athlete knows when they falling off. They just the last one to admit it. So if it's your best friend for real, you be like, dog, no lies told. But can you add some things? Can you add some of the positives? Because not all of the positives are always sticking out. That's why nobody calls you when something positive happens. People don't care. They don't, whatever. He winning again. Winners and winners. When the last time you saw that story about the rich person becoming richer, the wealthy person getting wealthier? Nah. It got to be somebody broke who got rich. That's the only stories we're going to see, right? Oh, my God, he grew up in amongst all this poverty he had in the last 5 years. Like, let's go. Simple as that. And then we can start talking. But if we can't even do that, what are we doing? It's like, what kind of homie are we? Oh, I hate hearing that story about Michael Jordan. That's a bad story. So that tells me 2 things. Either one, him and Chuck wasn't really that cool. They were just like, famous associates. That means I can do everything with you because most of my friends can't afford to do it. So you can do it. Let's go golf. You can do it. Let's go hang. Let's go party. Let's go drink. Let's go gamble. You can do it. You ever been around that person? Then you're like, really? That ain't your boy. Because something like this shouldn't break that house down. What did they build their house on? Either that or 2, Jordan thin skin. And I've heard he is, but that's just hearsay. But that's a real story right there. You can't even, your boy can't tell you how you working. I wish my boy would be like, dog, yeah. Marcellus, you killing it. You bigger than McAfee. You bigger than Stephen A. I'm like, shut up, fool. No, I'm not. It's okay. It ain't that deep. You ain't hurt my feelings telling the truth. We need to get our masculinity back in this world. I don't know what the hell's happening. I don't know what's going on. Now this next topic, what's going on with the All-Star game? They was talking about this. Kevin Durant had to break it down like, y'all done broke down the All-Star game, and here's the real reason something's wrong with it. Y'all talking about Chuck, DQ Mike 45, talking about who gave Chuck Ozempic. Y'all stupid. I don't know if he on it or not, but if it's making him healthy, who cares? Why y'all got such a negative connotation to the Ozempic? I might start taking it again. My doctor recommends it. I don't know. He like, dog, you 200 and what? How many pounds? And you 51? Your big fat ass better do something. All right, you gonna work harder after this hip. Let's see how this hip surgery goes. If not, poke yourself. Let's go.
We're gonna fix the All-Star game.
We ain't no fixing that.
Come on, don't say that
already. He cut that down in the
Don't
dough.
say that because you didn't play last year, right?
I played and it was bad.
Yeah, that shit was bad.
It was bad. It was like 4 games, the 4.
Yeah, they had the G League guys out there.
You know, just start trying.
Was you on the team that played against the G League guys? Yeah, that was
we had
bad.
a G League team out there. Not G League, the rookie sophomore.
So this year is the World.
I kind of
They
like
pushing
this.
the World because Olympics coming up. NBC is back involved. Peacock and Prime's been doing a great job this
love
year, by the
Peacock.
way.
I
It's been
love
good to
Prime.
watch from home. I've been doing a lot of fucking watching. It's been a good watch from home. But how can we get? I think I'm just gonna start talking shit. Cause Brian said you ain't fucking with him. So what y'all gonna do when y'all line it up? Brian said you can't fuck with him. You gotta bust his ass.
I don't even think that's gonna work, bro. Like I don't know.
Do we have to
I
wait
don't
for the
know if
old
that's
guys to
gonna work.
retire? Because I believe.
No.
Hold on. I believe that Ant, Shea, Victor, Luka and Joker kind of fuck it up.
Ant?
Because
Don't put Ant there. Ant,
No, but listen
Ant
to
go out
me.
there and talk about I'm gonna shoot all left hand.
I
all
know,
game.
but listen, I feel like that's more of a
Just
case
try
of
and
like he
shoot.
watching y'all though.
Stop playing.
I feel like that,
OG's
bro.
the problem now.
Yeah,
bro.
I feel like if I'm just saying, if I'm Ant and I come to this motherfucking game and KD ain't on shit,
I'm locked in every. First of all,
okay, I'm just throwing you in there. If
Bron locked in every All-Star game.
No, he's not.
He not out there shooting from half court. He
Bron not
out there-
locked in every
He
All-Star
not
game,
out there
bro.
shoot. Yes, he not out there shooting from half court. He not out there playing the gimmick game, throwing the left hand, shooting every shot left hand. I don't know where these dudes getting this from.
Okay, I feel as though as a young guy, if KD, Bron, Steph, whoever else say, all right, y'all, come on, we finna lace them up. Let's get
I'm
it.
blaming
Like
Steph.
a really ball though.
I'm blaming
It's
Steph.
Steph's fault?
It's Steph's fault because he come out there
They
shooting
blame
from half court, bro.
They
That
blaming
shit
you,
he did,
Steph.
that shit he
shoot from
did in
half
Cleveland was
court, bro.
unbelievable.
Yeah, that's
though.
what I'm saying. I'm blaming him for the All-Star game because he come out shooting from half.
He making it
I
though.
ain't gonna
Him and
hold you
Dame.
though.
I'm blaming Dame too.
Okay.
Okay, this is my.
They do this shit in the real game.
Blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows we all hate the All-Star game because we know it is lesser than some of its parts. Like, we look at all the individuals there when they do the announcements and the lineup, we were like, yo, it's about to be sick. And then we watch the game, we like, yo, what the hell? I feel sick. This ain't it. And it's because it's not greater than a sum of its parts. It's not even equal to a sum of its parts. It's lesser. And I think that that's interesting that KD, who always gonna shoot it straight, is like, yo, it's because y'all playing gimmick ball. And it's true. We watch it. The first 3 quarters, certainly the first half, is nothing but like, yo, I used to want to play in AN1, and I used to be in AAU, and now here you go. And it's like, we don't want y'all going full, but, you know, the same thing you do when you get run. Because we watch these cats when they working out with their trainers and they getting run. That's dope. I just wanted to be all stars out there. That's dope. They be playing for real. Now, they ain't trying to defend and block shots and all that because we understand that's where the hazards are. But, dog, like every play ain't got to be an alley-oop. Every play ain't got to be a half-court shot. Every play ain't got to be no dribble. Oh, watch the crowd get loud, then I shoot it. Like, KD got a good point. If they going to fix the All-Star game, they going to really just have to get run. How about this? They just show up. Fix the All-Star game, beat it up in the comments. They just show up. You just show up and no loyalties. You got 2 jerseys. It's a double-sided jersey. And they just go to the free throw line based on who had the most points or fan votes. I don't care. And then the first 2 that make it the captains and they just start picking. Like, just do it for real, for live. Then they go on their sides. Ain't no coaching. Just get run. Come on. Like, I seen a game of 21 better than this. It's crazy. They don't do it right. They won't ever do it right. They just keep gnawing at it till it's like really out of control. You look at it right now, you're like, what is the All-Star game? Have no idea, right? It's just crazy. So I hope they fix it because I love watching it. I know everyone does, but at the same time, it's on life support. It's on life support. Oh, man. So beat up in the comments. Let me see what y'all talking about on that. The All-Star game. How do we fix that? How do we get that real? Because it's out of control. Okay, we got a couple more topics here. Ooh, man. They're going at Puka's brother. Y'all see what happened to Puka's brother? I don't even feel like doing that to that dude because I ain't never did nothing positive for him. But I do want to talk about this state of hip hop right now. As y'all know, I'm a DJ, so I love to talk some music. And this conversation right here got me irked. Let's talk about it. People say they need a prize pool like the NBA Cup. Nasty Pappy. Huh. I mean, look, money, because it's an incentive, and incentives shape behavior. So that's how the game goes. You can fake it for no money, though. Like, they fake it for no money. They pay money to go to their trainer to get run against other dudes that are good. And sometimes other pros. Sometimes other all-stars. So why they can't do it for this doesn't make sense. I don't know about the money part. Look, but you're right. The NBA Cup did turn into something real fast. So maybe you got to put more money on the line. Something. But we can't keep it status quo. Now, speaking of what we can't keep status quo, what is going on with the state of hip-hop? So, me growing up in hip-hop, I'm not going to lie. I got entertained. I got educated. Also got to live my life vicariously by people doing stuff I would never do, but I heard what they were doing. And I heard what they were going through. And I thought it was cool. So you gang banging, I ain't gang banging, but I hear you. You know, you outside, I'm in the window. It's all good. You know what I mean? I still live here. I ain't no punk. I just ain't no banger. Then I learned education. Like, oh, man, you need to learn your history. You know, come on, KRS-One, X-Clan, all these cats was telling me, hit me to the game, Jungle Brothers. It just seemed like we had a plethora of options in ways we could consume the product. But as we know right now, if hip-hop ain't dead, which is not, it's dying, which it is. And it's been dying for a while. Parents that grew up on hip-hop can't let the kids listen to it. I'd rather my kids listen to K-pop than hip-hop. Straight up. It got a rap beat and a more positive message. So something going on in hip-hop, and they going to break it down. Jim Jones and the guys. Let's go. Earn your leisure.
I can't. When I used to listen to music when I was a kid, it was a level of inspiration. Like, even when I listened to y'all, I was inspired. Either inspired to get up and do something, to get money, to get fly. Like, music used to help me get through my day. I'm not inspired by music that now, like, Little Baby, he was like the last one that I really related to. Like, cause I'm like, damn, this is some hustler shit. This is some shit that you can actually, I'm not into taking drugs. So I don't like to hear like popping pills and shit. That's not inspiring to me. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of shit that they talking about, I can't even, it's just so unproductive that I feel like, what's the point?
How your father sounded when you start listening to rap? You sound like you right now, right? Because they were into a music that wasn't so explosive as rap music and gangster music, right?
Now, that's interesting. He points that out because that's something that a lot of people will insert. Like, you just sounded like your father. You sounded like your parents. And that's different because when my parents were saying they didn't want to listen to rap music, it was because, A, they didn't know it was something new and they were used to their soul, their funk, whatever they were listening to, their disco. But B, they heard the negativity and they were like he said, I don't want to listen to that. What are they talking about? And then the first rap songs were kind of like simple, simplistic, but still like Peter Piper, My Adidas, or The Message. That wasn't negative. They were just like, what's that? What are they talking about? So I hear some of what Jim Jones is talking about, but I don't. Now let's hear more.
Yes, but it was also education. Like,
I hear what you're saying.
I was getting education from listening to rap.
That's cool.
You're not getting no education right now.
How do you know that? I could put up mad drill music and teach you how to scam right now and go to the bank and get.
But they're not even talking about killing each other. That's it.
Some of them are.
Most of them.
That's because you're hearing it from
mainstream, whatever
ear.
The mainstream.
These kids are talking about getting to the bag too. It's part of their culture. We talked about killing and selling coke. It was part of our culture. We're removed from what they're doing. We can't possibly understand music that a 20-year-old is listening to that make us feel like, oh, that's gonna make us go out. There's gonna be very few of them that understands what a hustle is and put that music out like Little Baby. They'll be like, oh yeah. It's only a few of them for us.
But all right, let me, because I don't want to be that guy. That's like my era. But okay, so when Big died at 24 years old, that means that he was doing all of this from the time he was 20 to 24. Pac died at 25. Yep. That means he was doing all of this when he was 18 years old. Nas' first album comes out when he's 18, right? Jay was considered old when he came out and he was 26 years old. Okay. So how do we get that level of intelligence and sophistication, Raekwon, all of them, from people that's 21, 22 years old? Now, fast forward, these dudes be 30 years old and sounding.
Did you hear what you said? before Raekwon and them, they was way more conscious than what Raekwon and Nas and them was kicking. There was real black power before Raekwon and them.
Like Rakim and them?
A little bit before that. Rakim, KRS-One, like it was a different. It was a different.
But they were still young. But
it's eras. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. What you listened to and got inspired at 20, you're not going to get it right now, whatever age.
No, 100%.
You did
100%. But the 14-year-old that's listening to music now, he's not getting that same vibration that I was getting.
How you know?
Because I listen to him. I hear the music.
Did you go to a Young Boy concert? You been to one of those?
I have not.
He's like Michael Jackson. What you mean they're not getting the same feeling? I seen grown men fall out over him faint.
That's a fact.
Blah, blah, blah. This is an age-old argument that I love to dive into every single time I hear it. Because it just seems different. And even though it seems different, King Solomon reminds you, nothing new under the sun, right? So these same dynamics have to be the same dynamics at play that used to be when we grew up. So our parents are telling us, I don't want to listen to that rap music. And we are now, our parents saying, I don't want to listen to this rap music. But it's the same genre. It's not like it's something different. So that's already a strike against what Jim Jones is saying. This is already like something that makes you say, I don't know, dog. It's the same music. It's the same genre. Like our parents didn't want to hear a new genre. And then they were trying to find out reasons why they didn't want to hear a new genre. Remember, rap didn't start off negative like that or gangster like that. It took rap, 6-8 years for it to really even have like artists that was really going out there being gangster. Schoolie D, Ice-T, etc. Nobody was going gangster before that. What's that, mid-80s? Late, like 84? Come on. Rap started in what, 70, 74? Come on now. So I don't buy that argument. It's not a different form of music. What happened to me is simple. I don't even want to keep y'all that long. To me, rap music lost its way when everybody who was outside in the streets decided that, okay, I'm about to rap. And ain't nothing wrong with y'all that are talented rapping and doing it, but when that became the flood, that's when we lost rap. That's when we start losing rap. Simple as that. Because then all they gonna talk about is the same things that were negative. And then let's just be real. Most of them ain't smart enough, ain't cool enough, ain't have the wherewithal to really understand it. For every Snoop Dogg, there's some dudes that you should be like, dog, don't do it. Like, I don't want to hear it. You're not good enough. And it just became so profane. Whether that was the industry saying more, we'll push you. We'll give you support. We'll give you resources. We'll get your product out there. We'll get your message out there. The radio stations, we playing that gangster stuff. It's okay. But if it's not that, now we at a point where you just turn it on and it's like he said, it's a low vibration. There is a low vibration. Don't believe me? Okay, put on some country music, even if you don't like country music. And then put on some like soft rock. Put on K-pop. Put on rock and roll. Put on rap. Put on pop. Put on easy listening. They all just hit you somewhere different, right? And then put on rap today, like he was saying, like now today, all the drill and whatever. And then put on Tribe Called Quest. That's the same genre, but different rap. So we lost our way because I think the streets they flooded the room, like anything. Like, you had a party and it was a good party and you invited a few of your friends and you invited, a few of her homegirls and everybody was cool. And then everybody found out where your party was. And you know how that goes. It got turned out. That's what happens. Who didn't grow up like that when you were like, damn, we can't invite all of them because we invite him. Oh, I can't invite him because if I invite him, he bringing them and then it's going to get turned out. That's what happened to rap. It got turned out. Simple. It's just crazy. Like, I'm like, God, and y'all think I'm playing that K-pop? That K-pop said, give me all the rap elements, and guess what I'll do? I'll make it much better. They doing it. It's positive rap without corniness. That's always that line. How positive can you be without being corny? KRS-One, edutainment, educating and entertaining. How far can I go? Interesting, right? So That's where we are right now. We better fix it. Because if not, oh my God. And speaking of fixing, have y'all seen this? People always saying the NFL's rigged. And I'm always laughing like the NFL ain't rigged. And then I see stuff like this. I'm like, ooh, interesting.
I am in fucking disbelief right now.
Watch this.
The NFL is so fucking rigged. The overhits, touchdown, Tony Pollard. But wait. So then as Tennessee's about to kick the extra point, this shit fucking dick says it's a penalty. I'm legit so fucking done.
All right,
with
let's
this
see.
shit. 98 Jeffrey Simmons. They call him for illegal formation. They said he did not report, but fucking wait. Look at this shit.
That's
Simmons
reporting.
is reporting right fucking here. Simmons reports, the ref fucking sees it. He signals to this ref, who then sees it. How the hell is this not a touchdown? Tennessee then has to kick the field goal. The game goes under. Guys, this is haram. I am in.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Just real quick, I was like, I don't believe in many conspiracies just because I don't think enough people can get collected and stay on the same page. And like to get a conspiracy, it takes people to come together and then agree and then keep it all together and nothing leaks out. And then we just go all about our business and it goes and rolls. Usually that doesn't work. Telephone game, whether people can't keep the message together or the fact that everybody loves to share information, somebody gonna say, hey, yo, guess what? Guess what? I don't believe in that. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we get out of this show. We finally finished with something in music, and y'all thought that was it? Nah, that wasn't it. We're going to finish with this. Which album is the best? Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think. 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. Jay-Z, The Black Album. Back album. Back album. Dip. Oh, that diplomats right there. That diplomatic immunity does it. Freeway Killer. Great songs. I don't know if it's a full album. Gangstar, The Owners. Woof. What year did Gangstar die? Oh, that's interesting. And Fabulous Street Dreams. I mean, 50 Cent, that was sick. That was insane. The top row is it, and then they filled in the blanks right here. What y'all got? 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Diplomat. I gotta say, I'm the biggest Dipset fan in the world, so I can't go against it. But I do know the commercial success of 50 Cent, Get Rich, Die Trying. So I got to even hit the default on that one, 50 Cent. But that Diplomax was sick. I love that Dipset. Love for you guys. All right, y'all. Have a great one, man. Keep wishing your boy well. I'm feeling good. About to go walk around the basement. And make sure I have a great day. Got some therapy later, and then I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's get after this thing. Wow, go.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole.